What's up, everybody? It's VaShaun Jones, visionary of Fedora Outlier LLC. Listen, the 2022 CBV convention was super amazing. We put on 3 great presentations. The video you're about to watch is of the second of the 3. I'd like to thank Michael Armstrong, the CBV committee, everybody that had a say-so in me being there. Mr. George O. Vickers, thank you, sir, for the opportunity. Michael, everybody else, Alicia, chairwoman. And listen, it's all about changing your family's tree, making a difference in your lives and in your family's lives and the people that you impact. And guess what? The biggest wealth building tool that you have is your income. If you can increase your income, you change the opportunities. And if you can take advantage of those opportunities, it's going to raise your expectation, evaluation, and finances in life to a whole new level. These are just 5 of the things that I've learned. We can go on and on with presentation after presentation as I do and as I'm getting ready for right now in this moment. So listen, watch the video, leave a comment, subscribe. There's plenty of stuff there. The Devoneer You, the Shot in the Dark series, the Punch the Bullies in the Face series, the standard Fedora stuff that we do. So check it out. Here is my second of the 3 CBV convention presentations. And you guys know how to reach me. So as I always say, let's change the world, and let's change the world together.
Fedora Outlier LLC logo animation. Logo is burnt orange, reddish brown. The shape is a square with a white outer glow creating dimension. The letters FO are in the center of the square. The letters have a hand-drawn artistic appearance. Backdrop is black with light flares that appear then disappear. There is a transparent mirror image of the logo underneath.
My name is VaShaun Jones. I am the visionary of Fedora Outlier LLC, an assistive technology consulting, teaching, and support firm created for individuals with disabilities, by individuals with disabilities, to empower, equip, and encourage the disabled community to be excellent and to live with greater success. Now, that sounds all good. That's all my little taglines depending on who I'm marketing to and who I'm selling to. So I gave it all to you. But the bottom line is, I started this thing 13 years ago. I was homeless, I was blind, I was black, I was bald-headed, I was divorced, I was bankrupt, and I went on a cruise. Now, how does a blind bankrupt person go on a cruise? Oh, yeah. So Maurice Shackelford, which is a blind individual, rest in peace, Maurice. We'll put together these cruises. He said, man, if you sell 10 cabins, you get yours for free. So what did I do?
You sold 10 cabins.
And I got mine for free.
You sure did. And guess what? You ate all day for free.
Ate all day for free. All day. What you talking about? Right. You see what I'm saying? Do you see the benefits of going on a cruise for free?
For free.
It never been outside the country prior to that day.
Hey.
But what it let me know, because I went there on a purpose. I went there for a purpose. I went there with a purpose. And I wanted to come back with something. Number one, the only people that could go on the cruise was family members and friends and individuals of people with disabilities. And of course, people with disabilities themselves. And so I called it the Family and Friends Empowerment Cruise 1. We did 5 of those cruises. And guess what? Every year, I went for free. And I upgraded my cruise, so eventually I got to the balcony room. You know what I'm talking about? But the reason, right? The reason why I underscore that is probably going on the cruise. I talked to a lady by the name of Lori Renfro. She's visually impaired. You probably never seen or heard from her, of her, right here in Georgia. And I said, Lord, listen, I want to change my life. I want to make money. I got all these things against me. How do I do it? And she said, well, VaShaun, you got to help people. So, of course, you ask the question, well, how do you help people when you have nothing to give? She said, what's your talents? What's your gifts? I said, well, I love technology. Okay, well, you're great at technology. How do you use that to help individuals to transform their lives? And she said, you can't tell me that right now, because if you knew the answer, then we wouldn't be talking. And so I went on this cruise and I started to think, And what I realized, mine was 13 years ago, is that I love the water. I love traveling the world. I wanted to start a company. I wanted it to be technology related, technology centric. And I wanted to help individuals master their affairs. And so I came up with a company. I love hats. I just read the book Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. And so I started to think, I said, Outlier Fedora, Fedora Outlier, Outlier Fedora. And so you guys know when you're on the veranda on the top of the ship, you know, they're playing all that music, the wobble wobble and all that. And you got the rum punch, you know, for free, because, you know, you sold enough tickets. I asked people, I said, well, what do I name my company? Do I name it Fedora Outlier, Outlier Fedora? Everybody said Fedora Outlier. Came home, got my VR counselor, said this is what I want to do, said this is how I want to do it, said this is why I want to do it, said this is where you get the stuff from, this is the stuff that I want, this is why I need the stuff. Well, we never heard of anything like that. I know, we're creating it right now. Well, where is your office? No, we're virtual. I want to work anywhere in the world that there's an internet connection. Well, no, you get a driver and you drive around.
No. I'm trying to be a female with the VRs and not all girls.
Well, get to the mail.
Okay.
No, I don't want to have a driver and I don't want to drive around. It takes up too much time. Time is valuable. Sorry, we're going to be virtual. Nobody's ever been virtual. Still my female counselor, right? Okay, so my counselor really wasn't with it, so she wasn't working with me. But one thing that I realized is that the government works for me. I don't work for the government. And I'm telling you what I want. Not only am I telling you what I want, I'm telling you how I want to get there. I'm telling you what I need to get there. And you're telling me, because you've never seen it, counselor, that I can't do it. Who's your boss? And I made a relationship with Paul Raymond. And I gave Paul Raymond the same vision. He said, let's go. He brought me everything that I needed. How did I need 3 computers, 2 iPads, Bluetooth speaker, a projector? Why? Because I'm gonna be all over the world. I need 1 computer to present. I need 1 computer to hold these files that you need me to hold of all my clients and protection. And I need another computer to do my business work. Oh, that could be all 1 computer. No, it can't. No, it shouldn't. Nobody does that. Now, I start every speech off by saying, a man with experience is not at the mercy of someone with an opinion. So if you're talking to somebody that all they got is theory, all they got is their life's vision, their life's worldview, and they haven't done it, you're talking to the wrong person.
Yes.
See, I didn't want to be an assistive technology, running around from client to client and darn near fixing their computers versus teaching them how to use it to make money. I was already broke. That's a job. You know what job stands for? Just over broke, barely making it.
So, you guys in this room, let me tell you something. There is no business term titled vendor manager. There is business owner. Does that resonate with you?
Yes, sir.
Because if you change your mind, everything around you changes. So I'm not telling you something I made up. I'm not telling you something behind a desk in theory. I'm telling you something I live every day.
Yes, sir.
I am a globally distributed company employing 34 people across this world every single day, doing what I love.
Yes.
And guess what? I don't teach a darn person. But what I do is I teach other people how to teach people in the way that I want to be taught in order to get results. So when I work with VR, we're working to close a case, status 26. We ain't looking to be one cog in the wheel. You just teach them technology and the rest you get O&M and you get it from here, and then the blind person confuses, I don't know what it is, 20 years later, and they still on a VR case, know why. Why do I want to do that? That's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. All you're doing is collecting the check, and guess what? When they're looking for results, they ain't calling you because you get the same results as everybody else.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna give you guys 5 principles that will change your life. And if you implement the best of 3 of them, at least 3, you're gonna make more money than you ever thought possible. You're gonna change your family tree, and you're gonna be able to help others in the manner in which you want to help others to accomplish their goals. Because the more people in life you help get what they want, you always have what you want. So principle number 1 is work harder, not smarter. You don't have enough information to work smarter because you've been programmed to think like an employee. You haven't been programmed to think like a business owner. Forming an LLC is paperwork. It's not hard. Being a business owner is a mentality. It's a direction. It's a goal. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So once you change your mind, everything around you changes. Work harder. Do your research. You heard of Christian Dior? This is VaShaun Dior. Do your own research. Understand what it is that you're getting into. It's not hard. Don't let nobody tell you running a business is hard. What is hard is working. Now, you do work smarter, but you work smarter once you have enough information to make an intelligent decision. When you're going to buy a house, you don't just go buy the first one that you run across. When you're looking for a spouse, some of us, don't just jump on the first one and say, yeah.
That's true.
I mean, you know, they don't say that. But what do I mean by work harder? We all, Bill Gates, on down to a Bill that you know, everybody know Bill, are allowed 168 hours in a week. What we do with it is the results that we get. And so, look at your business. Look at where it's at, decide where you want it to be, and start taking steps to getting there. And if you're coming home after your shift is over, and you're going home, and you're doing the normal things of life, here's where the work harder comes in at. Don't do that. Turn the TV off, forget the housewives of Atlanta, and start analyzing your business. Look at your numbers. You got Square. It tells you every hour of every day of every week of every month of every year the sales that you've had. What sold, what didn't sell. 15% of my business every year I cut off, no matter whether it's making money or not. Why? Because I need to have an influx of something new, something different. Even if it's selling, if it's books that was 15%, all we sold was 15% of this book, that book got to go. It's no longer there. Why do you think when you go to stores and they, oh man, them chips that I love, man, they gone. No, because it was their lowest seller. They brought in something new. Now you might not like the something new. You might like something old. But guess what? They're going to keep doing it until they're firing on all cylinders. Analyze your business owners, just like that. So I have my assistant Jay, who's going to give me number 2. Communicate well.
Attract new customers constantly.
Attract new customers constantly. Let's talk about communicating well real quick. I got attract new customers. Communicate well. So in the last presentation, I looked over at Jamelia and I said, pull up number 2. She thought I was talking to the camera because I didn't communicate to her that that's what I was going to do. So as a business owner, it's important that you communicate effectively. It's very important. Don't assume that people know what you want, that they can read your mind, that just because they've been there for 3 years and you done changed something because you done had a great vision last night, that everybody know what that is. Communicate the vision. Write it down. If there's holes in it, they're going to let you know because they're going to skip from step 2 to step 5. You can be like, no, well, what I meant was, now you got to write step 3, 4 in, and then it's going to make sense. Always be attracting new customers. Point number 2. Always be attracting new customers. You know how you attract new customers? By being attractive. There's so many times when I come into vendor spots, or I come into stores, or I go into Kroger's, and the person in charge, and the employee that's there representing the company, they got their hair unkempt. They got a ponytail just hanging with a rubber band on it. Clothes all sloppy. How you gonna attract the next level if you look like an employee? When you dress, you need to dress like the owner.
Yes, sir.
Tell you something about being an owner. You can either work on your business or you can work in your business. Now, if you're the one at the cash register, you're working in your business, which means you own a job. That's all that means. When you're working on your business versus in your business, you're sitting behind a desk, you're walking around, you're analyzing. And when you're doing that, other owners recognize it. It's the difference between owning a house and renting a house. Right?
Yes, sir.
When you own a house, you're treated a little different. When you own a house, you get a little bit better benefit out of it. When you own a house, you get everything that the house has to offer, and it's mine. You can't kick me out. And when you make enough money, because remember I was trying not to cry, I was homeless. You know how much I owe on my house? 0.
There you go.
You see how that works?
Just taxes, that's it.
Yeah, right.
I'm with you.
I always do stuff.
So you go from the mindset of a worker and the manager to the home and the ownership and the mindset of an owner, business owners. And so you attract new people by being brand new. Smile, dress different, greet people like you're the owner.
Right.
Somebody standing in line, your cashier brings them people up. You go greet them, shake their hand,
Right.
see what they got. See if there's anything that you can get. Now I'll tell you a secret, the biggest thing that I tell vendors, and you guys have used it, but you didn't use it properly, you'll ask them, hey, well, what do you want? Or the customer come to you and say, hey man, if you just get them chili cheese Fritos, man, I buy all you got. And they might go buy one and get all the rest of them sitting there because you're trying to please them. But you ask 2, 3, 4, 5, every single customer come through, hey, what is it would you like to see? And if you get 3 or 4 people that's saying the same thing, then you order that product.
Right.
Order stuff that's new. Try something new. Who cares if it's selling or not? You can always bring it back. It's like people I tell them, they say, well, Social Security, I want to make $700 a month. I don't want to lose it. Well, if you can make $7,000 a month, who cares about that $700? You can always go back. You're still blind. I'm confused. And so we're gonna get ready for point number 3. So always be selling. Figure out a way to attract new customers. Is that point number 3, Jay?
Yes.
Okay. Always be selling. Always be selling. Upsell them. You know, they got donuts. You drink coffee. Oh, you already had your coffee today? What you doing for lunch? You know, as an owner, why don't you invite somebody down and have lunch with you? You know who you invite to come down and have lunch with you, on you, is a couple of people. Try the grand tour. Try the training class person. Why do you want the training class person to have lunch with you? Because they're going to tell you and tell the people that they're training that there's a cafeteria downstairs. There's vending machines by them. Yeah, they can see them. But guess what? People buy from people they know, like, and trust. If they like you, and girl, don't have vending machine. Girl, they don't vending machine. I buy chips from them every day. You know, I'm going to keep supporting you because I like you. Always be selling. When you dress good, you smell good, you look good, you're selling yourself. Why? Because the people that can see, they're looking at you.
That's true.
And if they're looking at you and you look any kind of way, guess what? You're going to get any kind of thing. You can't just walk up to me and just be like, You're going to want to know what I got. You're going to want to know. I know it because I do it from the golf courses that I don't play golf on to the courthouse. A judge going to come up to me, Mr. Jones, I like what you said in the courtroom. Why is it true? This site wasn't accessible. Why wasn't it accessible? Because I couldn't access it. What more you want to say? You know, I mean, it is what it is. But when you look good saying it and you're smiling when you're saying it, and you can feel it in your heart, you're going to sell somebody. Guaranteed.
Make it manifest.
Yes, sir. What's point number 4?
Get a mentor that is not blind.
Get a mentor that is not blind. Now, you guys have the ability to talk to all the different vendors, and you talk to Zach, and you talk to whoever that can help you. But they can only help you get to where they're at. If you're making $40,000 a year, right? If you're making $40,000 a year and they're making $40,000 a year, y'all just helping each other stay in the same place. So what do I mean by get a mentor that isn't blind? I know, a lot of you guys got vending machines, so let's talk about the vending machine people. You guys know other vending machine companies inside the state, outside the state. If you don't, Google them, figure it out. Get in contact with the owner, the manager, the supervisor, and ask them, can you sit down, can you talk to them? Because they making $400,000 a year. You know what I mean? They're making $1 million a year selling the same snacks that you're selling. Now, little secret, tell y'all something. You guys have all the knowledge, all the experience, everything that you need to go out here and win more bids. And I'm not talking about BEP bids. I'm talking about bids that happen all over the United States, all day, every day. It looks a little different because it's made for business owners. But once you develop the vernacular, once you understand what's really going on, you can bid in a vending machine contract all the way in Washington State. You can bid on an assistive technology contract all the way in Utah, California, wherever. Did I mention that Fedora Outlier provides assistive technology consulting, teaching, and support in 27 states? For teachers of the visually impaired, for vocational rehabilitation, for the VA, China, Australia, Africa, right? So, I'm not telling you to brag on me, I'm telling you what's possible.
Yes, sir.
If you think different. You guys remember the Apple campaign, Think Different?
Yep.
Why do you think I love Apple so much? Because they boldly say, without saying, I'm the best. Right? We can give assistive technology away for free and make a profit. Why? Because millions of blind people are gonna buy iPhones. All we gotta do is give this little piece away for free, and we're gonna get 1 million new customers. Think different. Oh, I didn't mention that I was the strategic director of accessibility, helping to create VoiceOver on the Mac 15, 16 years ago. Led the team. So you can't tell me, Steve Jobs sent an email, what is one thing that we can do that has never been done before that will change the world? And we all wrote back, make the iPhone accessible. Guess what we did? So, point number 4 again was?
Get a mentor that is not blind.
Get a mentor somewhere and somebody that is doing what you want to do on a higher level than what you're doing it on, and make it happen. Talk to them, network with them, be attractive, bring in business, find out what they're doing that you're not doing, find out what they're doing that you want to do, find out what they're doing that makes them successful, and then you mirror it. And they might be making $500,000 a year.
Yeah, she Yes. No, you're fine. I'm sorry, Mr. VaShaun. Yeah, I knew.
And they might be making $500,000 a year, but remember, you're only making 40,000. And so, again, if I'm half wrong, you would want 250,000 versus 40, right? Yeah, this new normal. This new normal. We went through a pandemic. It's crazy. Craziest time of my life. People dying. You know, everybody's at home. Everybody is getting a check. And the world changed. The world became an information-driven world. All the stuff kind of caught up with itself. All the technology that we knew we could use, we were forced to use it. You know, we got Cash App, we got this, and there's just no excuse for accessibility. There's very few things that we run across that's not accessible to us, right? There was the fight before. I mean, there was the fight. I mean, that's why when I was coming up, it was a fight, man. I couldn't use Microsoft Word without it not being accessible. Now it's like, you know, they got accessibility teams, and you know, so it's a totally different world. The last point number 5, and I know it by heart because it is the number one thing that has changed my life, especially when I'm working with the lack of information. The 5th and final point is 5 years from now, you will be in the same place, doing the same thing, except for the people that you meet and the books that you read. So remember, be attractive, always be selling, work hard, all that stuff. The people that you meet, because business moves at the speed of relationships.
Yes, sir.
The faster you build relationships and network with people, the faster your business grows, the bigger your business grows, the more money that you make. Does that make sense? And then the last thing is read books on the subject. If you want to know about the power of who, read Bob Beaudine's book, Who You Meet, not who you know, but who knows you. Read that book. If you want to know about running a business from the ground up, read Entrepreneur by Dave Ramsey. You know, read the books from the people who have actually done it, that's giving you the secrets. All you got to do is read them and implement them. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So 5 years from now, you'll be in the same place doing the same thing, except the books that you read and the people that you meet. Go back 5 years in your life. Almost the same place for some people. So take things that I've given you, implement them. You guys can get my number if you don't have my number. Call me if you need help. That's my life's mission. There's no charge. You've already paid for it. I've been here today, and it was blind people that saved my life. It was the family members of blind people that saved my life. Shirley Barksdale, rest in peace, Shirley, was the treasurer for the National Federation of the Blind in Georgia. She could see, she brought me in, she allowed me to stay with her while I cultivated this vision. I didn't tell the last people, but on this upcoming Saturday, the Lafayette Amphitheater, I'm going to be performing, and the same band that's performing tonight will be out there tonight. But right across the street from that event was Shirley's house. And I used to be able to look out and say, one day I'm going to play there. And this weekend, I get to play there. So I'm telling you that dreams come true. You just got to make it happen. Sounds like a plan?
Yes, sir.
Any questions?
I like Craig Collin. I reached out to my counselor, and I've been, people, I have a rest area, and people, when I be there, they say, "Are you blind?" I said, "Yes, I'm blind." But most of the people that come through there, they have no clue that a blind person even works in machines. So I reached out to her, and I said, "Hey," I said, "Is it all right if I put a sign up that says, 'Thank you for your patronage, you're supporting a blind vendor'?" And she said, "Yes." So I bought 4 signs, and I put them up on eastbound and westbound. I only did it Thursday, but from Thursday and yesterday, and I'm not saying this because people are feeling sorry, but they don't know who's running these machines. And I've doubled my sales just in 2 days, and I think that's from.
That just illustrates the point of always be selling, and she didn't know that she was selling, but it put more now. Imagine if she could do that 100 times. You know what I mean? And people buy from people who they know, like, even if they don't know you. I mean, you're blind. If you were short, they would say, "Hey, the short man over there." You know, so we're not afraid of being blind. We're not looking for sympathy. Hell, we work every day. You know, but it is good to know that you are supporting somebody who society says you're supposed to be sitting down and doing nothing. And so, you know, that little thing right there, she could see on her vending machine an increase of money. Imagine if you could do something like that, thinking outside the box in your cafe, in your dining hall.
Yes, sir.
And you take this thing, this ain't a vending thing, this is a life thing. You know, when I go to the bar, the guy sitting at the bar, "Hey, you a lawyer? What type of law you practice?" "Oh, okay, well, boom." The lady who did the HR, I need to know HR because I'm helping blind people get jobs. So I need to talk to her so that I can figure out, hey, well, you know, what is the problem with HR? Or is it, what do we do?
Right.
So I'm networking. It doesn't cost anything, it's just information. She might say, "Well, shoot, I know this blind guy, go talk to him. He gonna tell you about the job." Now, I don't work at Comcast, but, you know, he got people that he can get into Comcast, and I'm not saying I do, I'm just giving an example, you know, and blah, blah, blah. And so that's how that works. So, excellent. Any other questions, comments?
Were you gonna give your phone number publicly? We just gotta come to you.
No, man, I was just like, no, hold to the call, you know. So my number is 404-368-8779. So 404-368-8779. All right, so handouts. I forgot to tell the other group. There's a couple of things. So I'm gonna give it to Michael. Also, if you guys go to fedoraoutlier.com/CBV, the whole presentation as well as the video, we're recording it. So guess what? I ain't got to repeat this next year. We're gonna be talking about something new, right?
Right.
Because I hate talking about the same thing over and over again and getting the same result.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're gonna have a recording of this. You can look it up. Michael will have it. You'll be able to find it. Somebody will have it. Reach out to me. We'll give it to you. Also, Regina Scott, my wife, Regina Jones. You guys know her as Regina Scott. is celebrating her birthday. She says hi from the Four Seasons. And so tell her happy birthday. And she says to tell you that she loves you, but 10 years of coming to the NFB/CBV convention, she said she got to celebrate her on her day.
I know that.
So she said, thank you guys.
Repeat your number again.
Yeah, 404-368-8779. If you don't reach me, let it go to voicemail. I will call you back. I'm not that busy. Everybody always thinks that, oh, you're so busy. Yeah, I am busy, but I do, listen to the voicemail and call you back.
Did you teach, at the library?
Huh?
Were you ever teach at the library downtown?
No.
Okay,
I've held classes there,
okay,
but no, I never,
okay.
yeah, that's a job.
Just over broke.
Just over, right, yeah.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Congratulations.
Hey, man, congratulations to you.
Yes, sir.
Nice to see you.
Light flares moving over a black backdrop. The word empowerment in orange, all uppercase, appears behind the flares. Underneath the word empowerment, in white lettering, also behind the flares, is a mechanism by which individuals, groups, and communities gain mastery over their affairs. Light flares fade. A transparent mirror image of the words are also underneath.